All right, we're live now.
All right, we're live.
Your voice is echoing. Uh, all right. Good day, everyone. My name is Nima, and today we will continue with the Google Sheets lesson where we stopped last week. So we had already done the part one last week and a little section of part two. So now we're going to continue with the part three and the part two and the part three, and those are the advanced parts. So I'm going to share my screen now. Screen. Mm. Alright, so here is the slide we used last week. And last week we already discussed what Google Sheets is, what you can use it for, the benefits, the uses in the education aspect, business aspect, and also I showed you the workspace, how Google Sheets looks like. Then yeah, we already did the basics of Google Sheets last week, and we did just a little bit of the part two, and that was create filters and use filter views. So now in this lesson, we're going to be looking at the other sections in part two, and that is to use filters to count, then the sum function, countif, share and collaborate. Then now, mostly the part three is the advanced part. So here we are going to be showing you how to copy your data into spreadsheets, how you can bring your data from another folder, another file into your spreadsheet. Then .csv and XLS file types or Excel, whichever one. Then the calculate functions and how to summarize the data, calculate your profits, conditional formatting. Then how you can insert links, images, forms, and drawings to make your spreadsheets look more readable. Yeah, so we're going to start from here. Now you can just open up your Google Sheets from your drive. Yes, so you can open it from your drive anywhere you have saved it in. Okay. So now, sorry, I have to go back. So now this is where we stopped. Okay, yeah. So this is where we stopped last week. Sorry, my filter view is on. So I'll need you to remove your filter view from last week lessons. So you remove your filter view, and now you have your data back. So, so we stopped there last week, and where we actually stopped is the data validation part. We've learned how to add column, delete column, how to put borders, how to set colors, how to match cells, how to freeze your cells, your columns, your rows. Yeah. So we did data validation to the sheet one side. So this was what we did, and also the amount. So the data validation is just to limit options. You don't want your customers to put in other options from what you've already put there. So that was what we used the data validation for. So now if someone writes large, it won't collect the data, it will give them an error and tell them you have to pick a value from the list of items. You can also customize um the error message to your liking. Yeah. Okay. So now I already did some work on the sheet after last week. So I already did some editing, because if I should start doing it now, it will take a lot of time. So all I just did was to do with data validation on the remaining design and type for sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. So if I start doing that now, it will take us a lot of time. So I already did that. And if you want to do it, so you have to do it yourself to continue with this lesson. So all you just have to do is put data validation in the design and in the type part. So just check for the designs that they are in the data. You have design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4. Yeah, there's a design 6 too. So just make sure in your data validation, make sure you follow the format, like how it is written. You put spacing where it's supposed to be. because it is character sensitive. So if you don't do that, it is going to give you an error. And also for the type, so we have V-neck, we have long sleeve, tank top. I think we also have hoodie, prayer. So just go through the data and you see the design and the types that are there. So just put data validation in the shirt one design types and also for shirt two, shirt three, shirt five. So I already done that, so we can continue with today's lesson. Now where we are going to start from today is to show you how you can use filter to count, you can use filter to add and summarize data. So last week we used filter to show you how you can get a selected data. Probably you want to see data from December 12 or probably from last year. So you want to see the data, you want to see the sales from there. So that's what we use filter views for. So now you can use filter views to count, you can use it to add, you can use it to summarize your data. So first of all, you have to put on your filter view. So you come to this data part, then create a filter. Okay, create a filter. Yes. Okay. So now I already did some work again for this part. It is actually going to take time, but I start doing it now because of it. So yeah, so I used filter view to count the shirt type by size. Shirt type by size. So I use it to count how many small size were ordered for shirt one, for shirt two, for shirt three, and for shirt four. But I left shirt five alone. So that's what we're going to be using for example here. So once you create your filter view, yeah, once you create your filter view, you go to the column where you want to filter. So I'm filtering shirt 5 size. So you come here. So this is the option for filter. So once you click on it, it is going to give you this menu. So now what you want to do is to clear all the values there. So I want to see just the small size. So I'm just going to type S. So once you type S, you pick it and then press OK. So now it is going to show you um how many small size we have under shirt 5. So once you pick OK, yeah, so here it is. So basically this it is actually showing you a particular data, yes, and you can also use this data to count. So under shirt 5 you only have one person only ordered for size, yeah, so one person only ordered for small size. So you're just going to come to this option and put one, yeah, then you're going to keep repeating that for the smaller size, the medium, the large, the XXL. So that's why I already did all this because it's going to waste time. So you come here, you deselect S, then you press X, and okay. Actually there's nothing for this, so you are not going to have anything because nobody ordered for extra small size. So then you come back, you deselect XS, okay, then we have medium. Come here and pick okay. Okay, so we also only have one sale for medium. So you pick one, put 0 here because nobody ordered for extra small size. Then we come again. We have large. Come here. So we have nothing for large. Okay, we have for large. So we have two for large. Actually, the thing is, if you have probably something like 20 orders for large, you can just come and highlight them all. Sorry. So you can just come here and highlight them. So once you highlight them, it is going to give you a count. So you can just, if you check here where the course is, to show you count, that's 2. So instead of you counting with your fingers or probably touching the screen of your laptop, so you can just select it and come here. You highlight the columns it showed you. So we have here count too. So that's just to make the work easier and faster. So here we have for Excel. Come here again and select L, then Excel. Okay. So we have just one. Okay, we have two. Excel XXL filter. Okay, we probably don't have anything for this because it is not even showing the option. Yes, we don't have anything for it. So yeah, that is all for. So that way you can use filter to count. I'm going to be showing you another part because we don't have much for this. So I'm going to be selecting all back so it will bring the data, the full data back on. Okay. Okay. Let's go to shirt one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did for shirt one. So here we have the size. So clear all. So let's go to large. Okay. Yeah. So you can just select everything. You can highlight them and just come here to check the count. So you have 9. So you have 9 here. So that's just how you can use filter to count. Okay. So we have our data back on. So here is the values for the size. So for shirt one, just one person ordered for extra small, about 10 people ordered for medium, then 9 for large and all. So we're going to be collecting this data and we'll be creating another spreadsheet inside this file. So we're going to be creating another spreadsheet to calculate the total and how much sale was made and the money, the profit and all. So yes. So we'll be copying all these data. We'll copy them and we'll paste them in the new data we'll be creating, in the new sheet we'll be creating. Okay. So I have it here. So if you want to create a new sheet entirely, you can come to this plus option by the left hand side. So here you click. Okay, so here you have a new sheet. That is just to create your new sheet, and you can rename, you can change the color here. So I'm just going to be deleting this because we don't need it. Okay, so here are the data we've collected from our shirt sale information. So before shirt one, we have excess, shirt two, and all. So I've already input this data. You can just, when you want to do your own, you can also input it in a table you want. You can give your table any form, any style you want. So this is how I'm going to be doing the table. So now we've collected the data. We want to use the add function for it. So okay, let me just delete it. So now for you to use the sum function, you want to know the total sum for this for the extra small size that people ordered for. So all you just need to do is to come to this column, then you press the equals to sum. Then you type some, and then you can pick it from here. Then you highlight. So once you highlight, you put your bracket to close the bracket, then you press enter. So there you have it. And also Google Spreadsheet will give you suggested autofill, like probably it will know that you also want to add the rest. But if you don't want to do that, you can totally ignore the suggestion. So I'm going to ignore the suggestion because I also want to show you the different methods you can use for adding some. Okay. Okay. So that was a method. You can also come here to this function side. So here you can just pick sum, but you have to make sure the cell you want to put your sum function is already clicked on. So you can come here and pick the sum. So you have, for here you have where is it? Let me scroll up here. So for this part you want to add um this column. So you want to add C6. So you check the name of the column here. So this is C, and you check the name of the row. So this is 6. And here it is, so C6, D6, E6, F6, G6. But you don't exactly have to do that. You just have to type C6 to ratio G6. E6. So it will show you the highlighted part. So once you see this, you know that you are correct, and you just click enter. So that is it for how to add the sum. So you can also come here. Now we want to autofill the remaining. We also want to add the remaining, but we don't want to start doing the equals sum one by one. It is going to take time if you add a large data that you want to calculate. So what you can do is to come here, highlight these two, or you can just highlight just the one anyhow. Then you click on this cursor, then you drag it down. So automatically Google Sheets will know that you want to add the remaining for those columns. So you can come here and also add the total. So here the total for this space is to show you the information for the extra small, the medium. Now the total here at the bottom is to show you the information for shirt 1, shirt 2, shirt 3, and shirt 4. So here we also do the same thing, equals sum. So sometimes it will give you it will show you a suggested fill to it. And so if it tallies with what you want to do, you can just click on it. So again, you can come here, click on the edge of the cell and drag it. Yeah, so you drag it. So now we want to add the total altogether. So whatever the total by this right hand side is must be equals to the one at the bottom. So you can just do equals okay, sorry. You can do equals drag it down. Oh sorry, control set. So you can just, if you actually want to do the sum here, you can just drag it down completely to this part. But I want to check something, I want to check if the data is correct. So just click enter. So now for this total it gave us 66. Now for this total it must give us 66 also. So I'm just going to cancel this and then click sum, drag, sorry. Sum. So yeah, this is C11 to G11. Yeah. So it is 66. So whenever you want to, it is always good to cross check to check whether your data is correct. So now we can see that our data is correct. So the table is not looking friendly. So I'm just going to edit this and I will add the border to it and all. So here we have the border option. The border option. You can actually design this to your tastes anyhow you want to fill the border. Okay. I'm just going to Ctrl Z this. I don't like how it is looking. Okay. I should have done this before. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, so here we have it. Can just make it look more okay by adding color. So I'll just add color here. So whoever is viewing the spreadsheet will know that okay, this is for total and all. It will be easier to locate the data. Okay. Okay. So there we have it. And we are through with the second part of part two. So now to the next one. Okay, so we've add colors. Yes. So the next thing is to create charts. So now we're going to be using this shared cell by size to create our chart. So to create a chart, just select the data you want in your chart. So I'm going to be selecting from my size to the total here. Okay. So I've selected from the size to this total here. So I've selected them. So now you go to insert. After you've selected your data that you want, you go to insert and you click on charts. So it is loading. Okay, so here you have the chart. Now here, so here is the chart. So if you want, you can pick any type you want. You have column charts. Okay, you can pick any type of chart you want. And if you scroll down a bit, you see that they are also, so you have here, you have the bar, you have the pie, you have the scatter, then you have map for probably you need something of map. Then you have clock, you have a lot of different option here. So we're going to be going with the first one, this. So we already have this and we already have the extra small. So this is the total and this is the size. Yeah. Supposed to bring total here. Okay, no worries. So we're going to be editing it to look more friendly. Yeah, yeah, standard. Very standard. So all you need to do is the size. You can edit the size. You can customize it. You can remove all these if you don't want them here. Also, yeah, you can switch your rows. So now we'll go to the customize part. So here is the chart size. So you can change your background color. You can change it to blue. No, definitely not. You can change it to red. You can change it to orange. You can change it to any color you want. I'm going to be changing it to light gray. Yeah. So chart border. So now you can also change your theme default. You can change it to Arial, sans serif, serif, wide, any fonts you want. Okay. And you can also reset your layer back to the normal one you want. You can change the 3D, you can maximize, you can compare mode, maximize. So anyhow you want your data to be represented. So now we have the chart and axis title. So all this here. So this is where you can customize it. So you have shirt one, shirt two. Yeah, you can just change the name of this. So this is the chart title there. So you can have let's say shirt type. Shirts. Where's my shirt sale by size? So let's pick shirt sale by size. And can change it to narrow, Coreal, anyhow you want it. It's your choice. Okay. So we're going to be building this and align center. I don't like this font. So you can also change your title font size. You can change it to 18. Okay, that's pretty small. 24. Okay, okay, probably a little bit more. So the series to which the chart is shown, you can format it, the left axis, right axis, all these stuffs here. Oh, so you can change them. You can change the line color, this, all this. You can change them to your liking. Yeah, you can change them. So I'm not going to be dwelling more on it. You can explore it yourself. You can change the legend to legend font size, everything, the horizontal axis, the vertical axis, the grid, the ticks, everything. You can change it from here. So not to make waste much of our time, you can, when you are doing your own, you can come to the customized site and you can explore the different options that we have there. So now we're going to move in our chart to an order folder actually. Yes. Not to make the not to make this page crowd because we're still going to bring some data back to it. Okay. So we'll be moving this to another sheet. So if you want to move it to another sheet, just check the right hand side. So here we have move to own sheet here. So you can move to its own sheet. Okay. Okay, this was my formal chart. This looks more presentative than this. Okay, so that's how to move it to your own sheet. Then you want to change the file name, so they will know that okay, this chart is working for. So I'm just going to change it to shirt type, charts. And then I'll change the color to the folder we're referring to, because the data we actually used to create the chart was from another sheet. So you have to change the color. So whoever is checking through the Google Sheet will know that okay, the color are the same. Definitely they must be for each other. Okay, so there we have it. And now, so once you share this chat with someone else, they would have access to actually edit it and um to tamper with the information on the chat. So to do that, you can secure your chat. Yeah, just like I did for this. So if you check down here, you see that it has a lock key. So you can also do the same. So if I should share this chat with someone, the person will not be able to actually edit it without it informing me that, okay, warning, this person is trying to do this, or it is going to show the person that you are trying to tamper with the information on it. So the person will know whether or not to touch it or to ask for permission before doing anything there. Hmm. So let's go back to this one. Come in. Nope. Control Z. Okay, so you also have different tools for it. You have the spelling, the autocomplete, and if you want to edit, you have the view part here too. Okay, so you have the view. You can go to full screen, you can go anywhere. Then you have some extensions here, the add-ons and app scripts. Okay, now to the security part. All you have to do is come down here. Okay, so you go down to where the name of your file is, yeah, and you have the menu protect sheet. So to protect your sheet, so just type the name, description, sheet. So here you can set permission, and you can also set protection for a particular range. Probably you want this probably the small size, you want it to be protected or stuff like that. So here we're going to be protecting the whole sheet, so we'll be setting permission. So set permission. Okay, so here it is. So it says restrict who can edit this range, or show a warning when editing this range. Yeah. So we'll be going with that actually. Show a warning. So whenever someone is trying to edit it, it will show them a warning that, okay, you are trying to do this and that. But if you restrict it, nobody's going to be able to do anything to the chat. So I just want to show a warning. So now the sheet is protected just like this other one. So once you see that logged keypad, so you know that the sheet is protected, and that is all for the chat part. So that is all. So that is all. Escape. Okay. I want to check the next thing. Okay, so let's go back to our shirt type. So now we're going to be using the count if. So there's something they call count if. Basically, the count if is to check for is to count for numeric data. Now we used our filter to count for the size. So here we have the size, we just have L, we have S, we have L, we have N. So it's nothing much. It's just a text. So now if you want to count for probably numeric data anywhere in the what's it called, in your data, so you want to search for design one, or you want to search for where a particular data comes from, probably sunset or UD, so you want to search for it, you can use the count if. Yeah, you can use the count if for numeric data, and to also have text values and all like that. Yeah. Here we are going to actually close our filter first. So you remove your filter. So now to use the count if, you go to your cell that you want the data to be stored in. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I already did the count if for design one. So now you want to do the count if for design two. Equals to you have to count if. So it's just like how you did the sum count if, but here you have to be very, 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 very careful. Count if. So I'm going to be selecting all data. You can just come here and click here. Yes. Or you can just select a particular place where you want the stuff from. So I'm going to be selecting this part from here to this side. So we are going to be checking for the count if for design. So we'll be checking for design one, design two, design three, design four, design five. So we're going to be checking it for all the shirts one, shirt two, shirt three to shirt five. We're not going to be doing it one by one. So we'll be checking it all together for these parts. Not like how we did it for size, where we're checking for shirts one, shirt two, shirt three, and shirt four, shirt five. So here we're going to be picking everything. So we'll highlight it to this place. Yeah. So once you highlight it, you want to put a comma here. And then when you put a comma, remember to put your semicolon. Sorry, your quotation mark. So sorry. So we are going to be looking for design. So it is character sensitive. So you have to make sure the design, what you're typing is what you actually have in your data. So we have design two space dash space. So we have sunset. Now you close your brackets. So here we have it. So here we have it. Here is the design too. So it has already calculated everything for us from shirt one, shirt set to shirt five. All the designs too that they're there, the number, how many shirts for that design was ordered. So for design two, 14 people ordered for it throughout shirt one, shirt two, shirt three, and shirt four, shirt five. So we'll be repeating that for design three, design five, and design four, design six. Coming. Five. Okay, so we'll repeat that for the rest of the design. So we have design three to be design three is what? Okay, design three is both. So you come here, then equals count if. You select your count if, and I'm going to be selecting everything. So you want to select everything. You can come here. I'm selecting everything, then bracket. So don't forget your quotation mark. Then it is character sensitive. Always remember that. Design three space dash both. Then remember to close your bracket. Okay, probably made an error there. So come back here. Okay, both. I'm just going to be copying and pasting to avoid any further errors. Cross continue. then comma, section, control V, then close the brackets, click enter. Okay, so we have it just 5. Then equals countif. Design 4. Skyline. So when you are doing this, please do not select everything. Apparently there's an error with it. So just make sure you go back and just select the particular place where the data is. So yeah, you have to go through the stress to select everything. That's so sad. So just go through the stress to select everything again. Because I can see it is giving me error. Close brackets. Don't forget to close your brackets, and character sensitive. Yeah, so that worked. So for design 5, Control C, Contiv, I should have done this before, but I just wanted to show us how it works. Then you have to come back and highlight again. You have to highlight it. You have to highlight. Make sure you highlight it. Come here. Um, Control C again. So it goes to Contiv. And you highlight all these again. Yeah, so that's it. So we used the count if to highlight all the numeric data we have for the design. So we're going to be copying the data and we'll be inputting it inside our next. Putting it back inside the shirt type that we created, the other sheet we have created for where we calculated for the size and all. So that's how you can use countif for to count your numeric data. You can also do that for your shirt type, the V-neck and the sweatshirt. But we're not going to be doing that now. So I'm going to be copying this data and Control C, and I'm coming here, shirt type. Okay. So let's I'll be pasting it here. V. Okay, so now we can see that these values are actually not showing. They are, so it is working like a relative cell. So the data from that other place will not come here. So to avoid this kind of mistake, you can just come here and just add the values alone. Sorry. Mm, June. So what we have there is the values won't actually show because you are bringing it from another sheet. So the cells that they are here, they are not referencing to the other sheet. So to do that, you have to make sure you reference it to the other sheet. So what we can do is to paste special actually. So we are going to make sure that the values from the other parts, they are coming back to this part. So we'll go to the edit. So we're going to be pasting special. So the values alone. Okay. Yeah, so we have the data now. Okay, Control X. I'm going to be designing this too. So just erase all these, the border. So we Okay, so here we have it. We're going to be using this to represent a pie chart. So all you have to do is select your data. So we're selecting from the design to the numbers. So you come here and you insert then chart. So under the chart you find your bar graph, your pie. There are different type of charts like I said earlier. So we're going to be coming here just to show you how it works. Okay, so you can come here. Pie. So here we have the pie chart. You can customize it if you want to change the colors. You can customize it here. Pie chart. You can change the colors, the fonts, the size, everything. So you can just explore that on your own. So that's just how to use the filter view to count, then the countive, and how to insert your charts in spreadsheet. So I'll be taking this away. Okay, yeah. So we're almost through with the part two. So all I just need to show you now is the share and the collaboration. So I said last week that we can you can actually share and collaborate your Google Sheets with other people. So this way, if someone else probably working on the same thing, so you can send them the link to the spreadsheet and they can also input and edit their own whatever they have for the spreadsheet. So you can it is at the comfort of your home. You can be here, someone else can be at Abuja or Lagos, and all of you can be working on the same spreadsheet. But all you have to do is to make sure you share and collaborate with them. Then how to add comments, then the view history. So I already showed you the view history when we started the lesson. So here you can come to check the version history. So once you click here, it will show you. So the work I did last week will actually be saved here. So if I probably want to go back to what I did last year, I can come to my version history. So here we have it. So we have May 7, then May 15. So I can come and pick any version I want to go back to. But you have to be careful of how you do that so you don't get your data erased. So that's it for the version history. So if you want to add comment. Okay. I'm sorry, the internet is very slow. Poor, I don't know. It's very slow here. Hmm. View a particular or you want to comment on what they've done, okay, nice job, or keep it on and stuff like that. Wow. Sorry, I have to go and check this internet stuff. but I don't know how to do that now. So once you click on comments, so yeah, you can just comment. Um, oh, okay. One of the online sales. And also when you are commenting, you can tag someone, you can tag their mail. So you can just add, okay. So here you have it, you can tag anyone you want. So I'll tag them here. I'm just going to be tagging my second account. So once you comment it, it will give me a notification that okay, this person commented something and they want me to view it. So once you comment it, yeah, okay, just comment. Okay, so you've added the comment, and also when the person views it and you feel probably it was a solution, a problem to a particular thing, when you are through with it, you can just mark it as resolved that okay, we are through with this comment part, and to erase the color for that comment away. So now to for the share and collaboration, you come to this part. So you can share with anybody. You can make them as view or commentator anyhow you want it. So you can come here if you want to share. You can change it to anyone with the link. If you want to change it to anyone with the link. So you can make them as viewer or editor or commentator. So anybody you send your link to, they'll be able to view they or be able to comment or be able to edit. And also you can just make it so that you want to add the email of your coworker to it, you can also do that there. So I'm just going to change this to editor. So that's done. Okay, or if you want to share with just particular people, you don't want anybody on the internet with the link just to be able to edit, you can just type the person's email here anyhow. So that's how you can share. And now we are through with the part 2 of the lesson. Okay. So we are through with this part, and now we move on to the part 3. Okay, this one too is loading. Oh god. So the part 3 is mostly the advanced part. So this is where we learn the advanced functions and the conditional formatting. So the conditional formatting there is just to highlight some parts of the document where you feel okay, this part you need to add color or you need to make it bold for people's recognition. So once they open the folder, that's once they open the Google Sheet, that is what their eyes will first see, or you want it to select probably out of range of 1 to 5. So you want it to select the fours you have in the data. So that's what the conditional formatting is. So the first thing we'll do is actually to copy from another sheet to our spreadsheet. So I will be sending the link to download the sheet we'll be using. So you can also find it at the Google Workspace sheet lesson at the Applied Digital Skills. But I'll be sending it later on after this lesson. So to do that, okay, so I actually already have the file on my computer, but I'm not sharing I'm only sharing this window now, so you might not be able to see it. So if you want to copy, okay, probably have .csv, .xls file types, or any other file. So now for you to copy it from other places, you have to be able to import it. Probably you have a data you want to add to this sheet. Now we have the size, we have the design, we have the type. So you can also copy it from your drive, or you can copy it from your computer. Okay. Yeah, and one thing I forgot to show you is you can download your spreadsheet. Okay, we're not importing the file yet. I'll show you how to download the spreadsheet. So you can come to file to download your spreadsheet. You can come here, you can download your spreadsheet here. So you can download it as Microsoft Excel, that's the .xlxs. Then you can download it as PDF or a web page. Anyhow you want it, you can download it like that. So now I'm going to be selecting, okay, I'm going to be selecting the file I want to copy from my laptop. So all you just have to do is import your file. So when you import your file, when you are checking, when you already have the file, probably you have it on your drive, or you have it on um or you have it on your laptop, yes, or you have it on your laptop. So I'll be going to the drive. Actually, I already have the folder saved on my drive. So I'll first of all go to the drive and show you the folder how it looks like. I downloaded it last week. Okay, this is it. Startup project. So this is the downloaded file. It is in .xlsx. .xlsx. So once you download it, you can come. You go to your drive. If you download it and you save it in your drive, you can go to your drive and actually make it a spreadsheet from there, or you can just import it directly from your laptop. So I'm going to be importing it from my spreadsheet, from my drive here, to make it easier. So when you open it, it's going to show you that it's actually .xlxx folder file. It is not going to show you in a spreadsheet because you've not converted it to the spreadsheet. So what you have to, after it has loaded, I'll first of all go to where we are, to the shared sale inform. You can also copy a file from another folder to your spreadsheet, or you can import it anyhow you want to do it. So it is loading. So here we have it. Here we have it. It is still loading. It's taking a lot of time to load. It's taking a lot of time to. It's taking a lot of time to load. Okay, so here we have it that's loaded. So now, if you check up here at the title of the file, it is .xlxx. So now it is not in Google Sheet. So what you just have to do is go to the file, then you save as Google Sheet. So once you save as Google Sheet, you will be able to copy the sheet from here to another sheet in another Google Sheet. If you get what I'm saying. So it is loading another. So here it is converting it to Google Sheet for us from. Okay, yes, that's converted it. I'm sorry, but the internet is really slow. Okay, so here is the document, the file we're going to be copying. So we'll copy this file from here to our fundraiser shared sale data. So when we copy it from here, we're going to be using this information to actually calculate the profit. So here we'll also be calculating the minimum and the maximum range and the revenue we made from all the sheets in the other Google Sheet. So it's still loading, still loading. Okay, it's still loading. This is very big problem. Why is it still loading? Okay, that stopped loading. So now to copy this particular file to the other spreadsheet we're using. So you have to go to where the name is saved it, and you click on it, the arrow button you click, then you see some menu there. So you click on the copy to, and if you are actually copying to a new spreadsheet, you can do that, but we are copying it to an existing spreadsheet. So it is going to show us the files from my drive, and so you pick the file you want from your drive. So I'll just go to recent. So once you click recent, it is going to show you all the spreadsheets you have. So I'm going to picking my fundraiser shirt sale data. So this is where I'm copying my file to. So once I select it, it is going to copy it there. So it will show you that sheet copied successfully. Now I'm going to be copying the other one too, because we are going to be using the two files. So once I click on this, so copy to existing spreadsheet, it's going to show all my spreadsheet that I've used in my drive, because it is automatically saved there. So I'll press resend and also pick my fundraiser shirt data. So select it. So copying sheet copied successfully. So now if you come back here, you can see that